What is going on YouTube? My name is Caden Parker. I am 19 years old and today I'm going to be teaching you a couple basic beginner BMX tricks when you are first starting off. Trick number one, the BMX bunny hop. This is like the first trick everybody tries to learn, or if not, they already know how to do when they're first starting off BMX. It's pretty simple. It just takes time to get better at it and be able to hop higher and higher and higher. It's like a thing that happens gradually over time. But I'm going to tell you how to start off with it. Okay, so there's two things that help me learn how to bunny hop, and I'll show you what basically two things you want to know how to do. So you want to be able to like just ride and pick up your front wheel like this, and then same but with your back wheel like this. So I'll show you both of those right here. And then so those are the two things you should start off by learning how to do if you don't already know how to do them. Basically, a bunny hop is putting those two things that I just told you together. You're gonna start off by, I'm gonna try to get back. You're gonna start off by pulling your front tire up and then like pulling up with your legs and then pushing up, like not pushing all the way down, but pulling up and pushing so it's level in the air like this. Not that you're gonna bunny hop that high, but that's a general idea of what you're gonna do. So a good way to practice learning them is to start off by doing what I like to call turtle hops, and that's when you just pick up both wheels off the ground at the same time. That'll help you get a feel of kind of what a bunny hop feels like. I'll show you real quick. That's what I first learned how to do when I was learning how to bunny hop. All right, so once you have those turtle hops pretty good, now you're gonna actually wanna try and do the bunny hop. And the first couple times you're gonna try it, you're gonna be able to pull your front wheel up, but your back wheel's most likely not gonna be able to come off the ground, and that's okay. Don't worry, just keep trying. It'll eventually happen. You just gotta give it some time. So here's what it might look like when you first actually try it. So like, just like, remember what I said, to just keep pulling up on the bars like you are, but then you wanna basically like pull your bars up into your waist and tuck your knees in. So it'll eventually look like this. Except I landed a little front end heavy, but that's all right. Sometimes that'll happen. You just gotta pull it up, like you gotta pull up your front wheel first, and then just suck your back legs up and pull your back tire up like I told you to do, and eventually it'll happen. Just keep practicing. All right, so the next thing I'm going to attempt to teach you how to do is a fakie. A fakie is actually the first thing I learned how to do. I learned how to fakie before I could actually bunny hop. So if you don't know, a fakie is when you ride backwards on your bike and then you either roll out of it or you just roll back forward. So I'm gonna show you how to demonstrate. I'd say the best place to probably learn is in a half pipe where you have an even transition, so that way you can start on one and ride all the way back to the other and then just ride back forward. You don't have to learn how to turn out of it just yet, but I'll show you how to do it both ways. So first we're gonna do the half pipe method. All right, so the first thing you wanna try to do is just figure out what foot forward you ride when you coast, either your right foot forward or your left foot forward. What I like to do is my leading foot, so that means since I'm right foot forward, oh geez, but anyway, since I'm right foot forward, I like to come up to the quarter with my right foot forward, level, with your pedals level like how you do to drop in, and then you wanna just roll back and let the ramp take you. And a common thing that people kind of misunderstand is when they go back, they try to pedal backwards, especially if you have just a regular cassette. It'll naturally do that. Just don't try and force it, just let it kind of happen. And if you have a coaster, you're obviously just gonna push your pedal down. But most people don't usually start off with a coaster, so we shouldn't have to worry about that. So I'm gonna show you how to do it with a cassette. So you just watch real closely to how I come up. I'll do it both ways since you can't see the full half pipe. I'm gonna come up the half pipe with like going into the fakie and then coming out of the fakie. So I'm gonna do it right here. You wanna come up your right foot forward or whatever foot forward you are, roll back. Like, just relax and ride out of it. Do that about, I'd say maybe 30 times, maybe 40. That seems kind of high, but trust me, it'll help you in the long run. You want to get the feel for that memorized, so that way when it comes to learning how to get out of the fakie, you can already ride backwards, and then it's just getting out of it. So let's move to that. All right, so straight ahead right here, this is the first quarter pipe I ever learned how to fakie on. So basically, I'm first going to show you what it looks like how to do a fakie and then successfully turn out of it. You probably won't learn how to half cab right away, which if you don't know is just 180ing out of the fakie. You're probably just gonna learn to turn out of it, so it should look something like this. Maybe not slider. Slider kind of happens over time. Watch out, man. Kind of just go and turn out of it. So the main thing you're going to want to focus on in this is starting the fakie with your leading foot. So I'm right foot forward, so I'm going to start with my right foot forward, obviously. And then when you come down, you're going to pedal, and then you're going to start to turn your bars the way you spin. So if you spin to the right, then you're going to turn right, and if you spin to the left, you're going to turn left. So for me, I come down, and when I start to go backwards, I turn this way, so to the left, counterclockwise. And so what happens is when you start to turn, you're going to start to feel yourself like kind of come to a little stop possibly. And like right when you start pedaling backwards, you're going to want to get your pedals to where right foot forward, and then you're just going to want to push out of it, like put pressure, like turn, pull, and put pressure all at the same time. But anyways, I'm going to go through the steps one more time and then demonstrate it, and then we'll move on to the next trick. So again, you're going to start off with your leading foot forward. So for me, I'm right foot forward. When you come back, you're going to let the pedaling backwards happen without forcing it. You're going to start to turn the way you spin, and you're going to wait till your leading front, which in my case is my front foot, is facing forward, and then you're just going to push out and turn. All right? So I'll demonstrate. So that's how you fakie that way. And then eventually, once you get really good at that, sorry, there was a mosquito. But eventually, once you get really good at that, you can learn how to half cab, and this is what half cab looks like. All right, so the next thing I'm going to demonstrate how to do is how to actually drop in on a quarter pipe. It seems a lot of kids have troubles with this when they're first learning. It's really easy. You just have to be confident and commit 100% and make sure your footing is right when you actually go to drop in. So I will demonstrate one before I actually get into depth on what to do. As you just saw, I did just a regular drop in on a quarter pipe. It's pretty basic. The only things you really need to know how to do is just be comfortable with kind of riding down transitions. I would ride down transitions without any coping, like right here. It's like a roller. It'll help you kind of get a feel for it. But anyways, once you get comfortable enough and you actually want to try dropping in on a quarter pipe, it's really, honestly, quite easy. The only thing you really want to focus on is making sure your pedals do not look like this. I don't know if you can see very well. You want to make sure your pedals aren't pointed down. What you want to make sure is that your pedals are pointed even. I'm not going to demonstrate with my bike. I'll just show you real quick. So you see how my pedals are kind of even? You can't really see them because it's making a line. So I'll demonstrate kind of with my arms, like, or my fingers, I guess. You want your pedals to look like this and not one crank be like this and one crank be down here. You want them to be even. And then when you drop in, what you're going to do is you're just going to ride up to it, let your front wheel go over the coping, and then you're going to stay even with your weight. You want to be leaned a little bit forward, but not a lot, like enough to just get your bike to go down. And when you go down, you just want to keep your body level over the bike. You don't want to be leaning too far back, too far forward, because that could result in either you going over the bars or falling back. So just stay even, be calm, and commit, and just tell yourself you will do it, and you will do it. And you just ride down gracefully, and it should be yours. I'll show you one more time, and then go out there and do it. So you just ride in, front tire going, keep your weight even, and that's how you do it. Okay, the last thing I'm going to demonstrate today is how to do a 180 on a quarter pipe. Eventually after 180 on quarter pipes comes airing out, but that's a whole different how-to, and that's not really a beginner thing. So I'm just going to teach you guys how to 180. You should be able to just be able to carve a ramp. If not, I recommend learning how to do that first. That's the first step, is just learning how to carve it, which looks something like this. So basically, you're going to ride. And what I like to tell everybody when they're first learning how to do this is to go a lot at an angle. So carve it and go out a lot at an angle and just do a bunny hop, or kind of do like the turtle hop type of thing, which is just pulling both tires off the ground at the same time, or just doing an actual bunny hop. But do it a lot at an angle. So instead of going straight up and down, which is a real 180, you're gonna wanna, so here's the quarter pipe, right? You're gonna wanna, like, it's hard to demonstrate with a hand, but instead of going straight up and down, you're gonna wanna carve it. So it's like an obtuse angle. There we go. So yeah, I'll demonstrate that. Okay, my final step to learning how to 180 on a quarter pipe is doing the exact same thing I just told you to do, but letting your front tire actually hit the coping. And once you can do that, it'll eventually lead to you learning how to air out, but that's a whole different trick, and I recommend learning how to 180 this way first, so I'll demonstrate that. Alright, so I hope this how-to has kind of helped you guys get a general understanding and learn how to do some basic BMX tricks. If this video helped you at all, please let me know down below in the comments. I'd love to hear some feedback and some tricks you guys have learned from this video. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to subscribe to the channel, drop a like, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.